Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And there is good news, especially for the Los Angelinos. So the LA County Sheriff, they made an arrest. They arrested the suspect in that shooting, that terrible, cowardly act of shooting those two LA County Sheriff deputies while they sat in their car at the Metro Center. We've all seen the video. The guy runs up on him like a coward from behind the vehicle, shoots multiple shots into the vehicle, hits him in one took 2 shots to the head, another one took a shot to the face and the body. They still got out. Still, the female officer was still able to render aid to her partner. Fortunately, they did not die, but they caught this little bastard. And I say little bastard because you can see in the footage, this fool cannot be more than 5'5". This little Napoleonic turd. I hope when they get you to the booty house, when they are done with you, you can't stand up without shit falling out. That's what you deserve. The cops, all the cops who knew those officers and served with them, went to the academy with them, they should all get 5 minutes with you before they take you to said booty house. This type of shit is disgusting and it's cowardly. For you to run up on somebody like that and try to murder them and then run away? Now, I'm not going to say the guy's name. I never say the names of these fools that do this shit. I never say the names of these mass shooters. Why? Because fuck them. Why give them any more shine than they're already getting? I don't think we should say any of their names unless we're looking for them. Unless they're asking the community to help look for them. I don't think we should say their name. They don't deserve it. Say the names of their victims. Anyway, so they caught this little bastard because he was involved in a carjacking where he stole the car. And before he did, even though you've given me your possessions that I asked for at gunpoint, I'm going to shoot you anyway. So he shot the owner of the car. I don't think that person died, but he did shoot him. So they caught him for that shit. When he was fleeing from the scene, he threw his gun. Like the cops, why the fuck, when the cops are after you, would you throw your gun like they're not looking at you? Like the cops aren't gonna fucking look and say, hey, we were all staring at that guy, but nobody saw him throw the firearm. What the fuck? I remember seeing episodes of Cops where fools throw little tiny bags of drugs and shit like in the bushes in somebody's backyard, and they find shit every time. So what do you think is going to happen if you throw a fucking gun? Anyway, they caught this little bastard. Hopefully they will throw the book at him, put him under the jail after many, many hours of torture. And speaking, again, there's a rash of this shit because, a couple days ago, there was an officer in Portland. Imagine this happening in Portland. Over 100 days of fucking chaos, this happens too. So this officer is sitting in his car doing his report. Another coward, another punk, runs up, smashes the back window out of the car, and then throws or sprays pepper spray in the vehicle. Now, let me tell you how smart this dumbass was. They caught him 6 blocks later. The cop noticed him following him earlier. He was still able to radio in and let them give him a description of the vehicle and the guy in it. They caught his dumbass 6 blocks later. 6 blocks. That's as far as you got. That's as far as you thought this shit out. You idiot. People like that need to be removed from the gene pool anyway. If you get caught doing a crime that dumb and they catch you 6 blocks later, that's an automatic vasectomy. Automatic. We got to take your ability to reproduce because we don't want you putting other junior dumbasses out in the world. Little future crooks of America. 6 blocks? You need a vasectomy. You get a vasectomy. You get a vasectomy. You get 2. Somehow we're going to give your stupid ass 2 vasectomies because you're that dumb. 6 blocks, man. So, speaking of other horrible things happening in our country, Bidenus pervertus. People, it's election time, so that, you know what this is? This is them pulling out all the stops, all right? So now they've gone back to the tried and true. They've gotten their buckets and dipped back into the well of entertainers. You want that black vote, you better get up there and start singing and dancing or dunking or scoring touchdowns. Why do they do this? Because it works. They're only going to do it if it works. But do you think Biden is perverted was able to go out there and get some new ones, the Travis Scotts, the Jay-Z's of the day, the J. Cole's, some of these new cats out here? You think he got what's new and hot? Of course not. My boy sent me this in a text message, and he said this would be a fire-ass lineup if this was 2004. That's so true. All these artists would be on the Who Gives a Fuck tour. All these people probably get paid in corn dogs and drink tokens on the fucking state fair circuit, man. So he enlisted the powers of Ludacris, Young Jeezy, Jermaine Dupri, and Monica. Now, if you don't know who those people are, unfortunately, you don't see the comedy in this. But these are a bunch of rappers, and Monica, she's an R&B singer from like the late 90s into the early 2000s. And all those other rappers are rappers from like 2001 to like 2008. These dudes were hot. But that was 12 fucking years ago. So I'll put a link in the description box to this video of Ludacris doing an ad saying, get out there and vote. Your vote matters. And that's great. I don't care who it is. If you're out there just saying vote, no matter who you agree with, who you're supporting, get out there and exercise your fucking right to shape the future of this country. Do it. But they didn't do that. They couldn't keep it down the middle because they're hired by Biden as perverters, sniffer of the young. So Ludacris gets out there saying, if you've been out there in the streets protesting, more of the bullshit. More of the bullshit. What movie was that? Where the dude says, that right there should be loaded in the back of a bull and shit in a river. Because it's bullshit. Nobody's out there protesting, they're out there rioting and destroying. Are there some peaceful protesters? Yes, but that's not who we have the problem with. You guys are getting swept up in the wave of insanity and destruction. So anyway, Luda's out there saying, you need to vote and you need to support Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. Shut up. Maybe if you guys started sooner than a month, less than a month until the election, you might get some people behind you. But where's all this vim and vigor about getting young people to vote 3 years ago, 4 years ago? You guys should have started the day after Trump got elected, but you don't give a shit. This is your desperate push, your last gasp to hold on to your power. And you'll go to anybody you have to. Obviously, you chose Jermaine Dupri, Young Jeezy, Ludacris, and Monica. Welcome, everyone, to the bottom of the barrel. Are you kidding me? This is where we are. The bottom of the entertainment barrel. That was so funny. My buddy said this lineup would have been fire in 2004 because it would have. But this is not 2004. Man, wait till you see that video. Anyway, so to wrap it on up with some insanity. See, we started with some good stuff. Then we had to scoop on some bullshit. So let's take that cherry, that insanity cherry, and put it on top. Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Why do I call him that? Because he banged his best friend's wife. So, when I tell you California will not be out stupid as it did, that's what I mean. Because that's what I know. So, Gavin Newsom, this isn't the law. Not yet. It could be. This is California, right? You flick a crazy seed anywhere, it's going to catch hold and grow in this California soil. Right now, it's just a suggestion that if you go out and eat in whatever restaurants they are allowing us to dine in, some places you can go inside, other places you're still out eating in the parking lot and the grease spots, the oil spots. So if you're out dining, remember, keep your mask on in between bites. What? So what the fuck is the inside of my mask gonna look like after I eat? Because I put it on 17 times over my mouth when I'm trying to eat. What is that gonna do? So that you just get your fork ready, get it loaded up, peel your mask or pull it down, whatever you're rolling with, put the food in. You know what? They should give you masks with rubber bands, so that way, only in California, of course, you pull it out, put your food in, and let it go, and it'll snap back in your face like the back of a girl's bra in junior high school. Are you kidding me? Keep your mask on in between bites. You just won't let that tyrannical power go. You got to get every little bit of that fucking power. It doesn't matter if you're not wearing your mask while you eat. It makes no difference if you pull your mask down and put it up while you chew. That is the dumbest shit ever. But of course, I'm in California, so 24, 48 hours, I'll hear some shit crazier than this. But right now, this is the dumbest shit. To keep your mask on in between bites. I saw an article where up in Canada, you fucking hoser, America's a hat. I heard that some doctor, I don't know if he's the equivalent of their CDC or whatever, but they're saying they recommend people wear masks during sex and don't kiss. What? So wait a minute. I can get my Twinkie stinky. I can put my penis in her crevice, but putting a mask on, that's going to keep it from spreading. Never mind this mixture and sloshing around of fluids down here. Up here, if I have a mask on, that's going to stop it. Man, get this shit under control. What did Mel Gibson say at the very end of Braveheart when they were pulling his intestines out with that hook? Freedom! That's what I want. I'm sure you want it too. And there were some people a long time ago, they wanted us to have it too, and they wrote it down in a series of papers. I don't remember what it's called. But can we get some of that? Please. I'm asking for a friend. And remember, until this coming Monday, 6 days from now, you can get your green gear 20% off. Offer code all caps, we need 4, the number 4, as in we need 4 more years of Trump. And from that, if we can transition right into 8 years of Trump Jr., I think we'll be all right. 20% off all green gear, new designs, and, well, let me finish this up. Offer code, we need 4, all caps, the number 4. Now, the backwards camera controversy. So I've heard people saying, Jericho, you driving in England, your stuff's backwards. So I just went to the T-Mobile store right over there, and all the Samsung phones have that. All the cameras are flipped. It's mirrored, as they say. So I just saw some little kid fall outside of a store. He's all right. It looks like his mom kept telling him not to do that shit, and he fell. But it was hella funny. He popped up. He's good. But anyway, I went there. There's nothing they can do. There's no setting on the phone to fix it. So I hear there's some apps out there that I can try where you can flip the video before you upload it. I'll look into it. I'm on the case. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.